Hi, thanks for joining me today. I'd like to talk to you about Amicus Premium Billing. Premium Billing delivers billing, collections, and trust management directly to your desktop inside Amicus Attorney. Let me show you how it works. Here we are in Amicus Attorney, a place you're familiar with already. And look up in the corner right here. Billing. A simple toggle takes you straight into Amicus Premium Billing. And that's one of the great features of using Amicus Premium Billing. You don't have to link or synchronize your software. The billing system is right inside. It's the same database, in fact. So when you're working on one of your client files, let's say the Aladdin purchase, for example, you're a single click away from the billing information on that file. I click on the billing tab, and there it is. Every single billing transaction, listed in whatever order I need it to be, letting me know exactly what's going on. Right away, you're ahead of the game. Look at the bottom corner here. I have an accounts receivable balance that's up to date, in real time, all the time. I've also got access to the current work in progress numbers on this file, both fees and expenses that I've entered or anyone else has entered in my law firm. That's immediate and up to date. So I know if I were to do a bill right now, I would have $44.40 in fees and another $358.72 in expenses. Let's look at it this way. Let's say you're on the telephone with your client, Matthew Aladdin. Now you'd normally be logging that call in Amicus Attorney, using the telephone icon right off the contact card. And let's say that Matthew's going to be coming in for a meeting next week, but when he does come in, he wants to bring a check to pay off his up-to-date balance. Well, without Amicus Premium Billing, you're kind of stuck at this point, because you don't know what his up-to-date balance is. So you're going to have to get back to him. But with Premium Billing, it's as simple as clicking over to the file and checking the billing balances, just with that toggle up in the corner. I can see exactly what his current accounts receivable is, whether or not there are any retainer balances, and what we've got in current work in progress. It's that simple. So back on our telephone call, we don't have to get back to Matthew. We can simply provide the information. And Matthew can bring an up-to-date check when he arrives. That type of client service is simply not available without a truly integrated system like Amicus Premium Billing. And it's not just about invoicing for your time. I'm sure you've already got a system for doing that. But this is a system that combines all of your billing and financial information with the professional side of your practice in one interface with one database. And that's truly the power of Amicus Premium Billing. Now, having a system like that would be great, just as it is. But this is Amicus we're talking about here. We don't stop at just good features. We need to have great features. And one of the things that we really want to do with Amicus Premium Billing is give you the tools to provide your clients better service. And here's one of those tools right here on the screen. That's right, it's a list of files. But it's so much more than that when you add billing information. Because on all of my files, there's work in progress. There might be expenses. There might be accounts receivable, or there might be retainer values. And on this list of files, you can easily identify money that's sitting there waiting to be transferred to your bank account. Because there's funds in trust or retainer, and there's current work in progress or AR. Or I could identify who owes me money and issue collection notices to those that aren't paying on time. And the Amicus interface is so intuitive, it makes doing these things a snap. For example, a reminder statement needs to go out to Fred Jameson because, quite frankly, he hasn't paid me in a while. Well, simple right-click, reminder statement. Or perhaps on this file here, I want to send an invoice because we've got funds in retainer and there's an AR balance. Well, I'm going to collect that money. Right-click again. Do a bill. Or maybe we need to receive a payment or have a trust transaction like a check or a receipt. All of it's available right from this window. You don't have to wait for anybody to do this for you, because you can do it right here. And we can do the same thing from a client list, because quite often you're going to have a list of clients where they've got multiple matters that you're working on. For example, here, North America Truck. Well, even before pre-bills get run and dropped on my desk, I can see at a glance what each of the North America Truck files has for work in progress, AR, retainer numbers, right on the screen. And speaking of pre-bills, if I did want to run one, or all of them for that matter, it would be a simple right click. Choose bill, receive payment, trust, reminder statement. All of your transactions that you want to produce on your files are available with a right click from either the clients or the files menu. All of these tools have been designed with you in mind. But it doesn't stop there, because producing bills and tracking trust and work in progress is only part of the story. You're running a business, and while part of running a business is having great tools available, a bigger part is making sure those tools are being used properly. And that's where we've taken advantage of one of our most popular modules, the dailies, to deliver even more information than before. Now, dailies has always done a great job of answering the question, what's going on today in my law practice? Well, we've incorporated billing reminders in there as well. So at a glance, you can tell exactly what's happening with your files that you're responsible for as an attorney. We can see which files have accounts receivable balances that are exceeding thresholds that you set, which files are not making payments, which files need to replenish trust balances or retainer balances. And you've got access to that on the fly, and you can refresh it at any time to get up-to-date information. Having this information at your fingertips is going to make sure that nothing slips through the cracks. But from a firm perspective, how do we know how one practice area is doing versus another? How do we know if our billing realization is as high as it could be? Well, that's where the billing manager comes into play. Look at the work in progress dashboard to start. It's a well-known fact in the legal industry, and probably in any industry for that matter, that if you don't bill your clients promptly, you're less likely to get paid. Well, this very simple but effective work in progress monitor allows me, as a managing partner, or as an individual attorney, to keep track of whether or not the time that I'm working is actually getting invoiced to our clients. And this is really the easiest way to increase revenue. If you're not invoicing, you're not getting paid. Now, as a managing partner, I can look at things from a firm-wide perspective. Or I can choose to slice and dice this information based on individual practice areas. If I want to know how my civil litigation group is doing, I simply select that practice area, and I can see what their numbers look like as compared to the rest of the firm. Having this type of visibility into your firm without having to wait for complex reports is going to ensure that you get your bills out the door more quickly and more accurately than you're currently doing. Now, of course, once you get the bills out the door, you have to collect. And if we're lucky enough to operate on a retainer basis, well, then collections aren't a big deal. But for a lot of us, we have to send the bill and then chase the client for payment. And having the accounts receivable monitor in the billing dashboard will help us with that as well. Again, like the work in progress, we're able to slice and dice this data any way we want. So as a responsible attorney in a firm, I can check how my AR position is compared to the rest of the law firm, or compared to some of my partners. And I can make sure that my clients are paying on time. And again, from a firm-wide management perspective, being able to look at individual practice areas or individual billing categories in one list is going to allow me to make management level decisions without having to wait for end of the month reporting. This is on the fly and updated in real time all the time. And of course, we can't forget about that most important item, which is tracking the time to begin with. And that's where the time fee collection summary comes into play. This summary is able to be sliced and diced, again, however you like it, either by who's responsible for files, who's working on files, file type or billing category, and you can compare the amount of fees that are entered which would be the time that you track, versus the amount billed, versus the amount collected on a month-by-month basis. And you can extend the range on this as far back into the past as you need to get valid information. This is an easy way to determine where we're lacking in either collection efforts or time tracking or billing, or perhaps all three. It's a tool to help your firm to do better in those areas, because anytime you can track more time, bill more time, or collect more is an increase to your bottom line. Quite simply, the tools available to you in Amicus Attorney 2013, with premium billing included, help you understand your law practice better as a business and ultimately make you more profitable. Thank you for watching. If you'd like more details about Amicus Attorney Premium Billing and how it can help your law firm, contact your certified consultant or call 1-800-472-2289 or visit the website www.amicusattorney.com.